Hey there, we are back and we are inside Video Agent X doing the second part of my Video Agent X review and demo. It is more of a demo than a review, but here and there I am offering my opinions of certain features, and especially in the first video I've gone over how Video Agent X is really an extraordinary product concept that, and what it can do for your business. I talked about that as well. But you'll pick that up just by watching what we've done so far, in case you did miss the first video. Now, what we have so far is, let me zoom out a little bit here, and that's a very cool feature, by the way. Drag this up so it's easier to see, at least for me. Hopefully it won't be too bad from your perspective. But basically, the way this works is you're always going to start with the intro video. This is going to lead into your first question. Okay, and if you want to know how that works, we're going to see the preview in just a moment. Now, the question is being asked to your viewer, and in this case, it's a yes or no question. It doesn't have to be. If the viewer / visitor answers yes, they will see this video. If they say no, they will see this video. And these videos can also branch off into their own questions, and this can go as far as you'd like. Obviously, the further you take it, the more tailored to your individual visitor it's going to be. But as I did mention in the first video, if there is one issue with Video Agent X, if you had to pick something that is a bit of an inconvenience, well, I would have to say it's the fact that you do have to create several different video clips just to produce this video here. But I think in the long run that's beneficial, because a lot of the times, what are you going to use Video Agent X for? I would think things like a sales page that only has one video anyways, and you want that one video to be as effective as possible. Okay, so it might take a lot of time to create, but the results you are supposed to be getting from it, if you put it to the right use, should more than pay off for that time spent. For instance, and this is the last thing I'll say before we get into this again. Previously, you would put a video on your website, and it would be, obviously, you would try to target all of your visitors as much as possible, but you're only generally targeting everyone because you don't know anything specific about them. So what you do is you kind of pick a common need that most people out there are going to have, and you try to say that, hey, I have the solution to that common need. And as a result, your viewer is going to say, well, yeah, I have that problem too, and this program is telling me that it can solve that problem, so maybe I need it. Well, that's doing it, but in a very general sense, whereas here we are learning much more specific things about our customers, which is what would happen if you were like a sales rep working at a retail store or something, and a customer comes in. You're going to ask them questions, right? So that's what we are doing with Video Agent X. So now let's go ahead and preview what we have so far. Welcome to Adam's Internet Marketing Services. My name is Adam, and I would like to ask you a few questions so I can help you reach your goals. First, I would like to know if your website is getting more than 100 unique visitors per day. Okay, now we can see how it transitions very nicely into the question, is your website getting more than 100 visitors per day? So I'm going to say no, and if I said yes, a different video would play, but we're going to say no. What if I told you that I could take the current amount of traffic going to your website and generate 10 times as much traffic by next week? Is this something that might interest you? Okay, now obviously I have not created my next question. But I mean, I think that's really cool. And that's obviously going to be my opinion. But as you're watching this, and hopefully you can do the same thing, but as you're watching this, hopefully you can kind of visualize how this would be just so powerful to put on your website and be able to interact with your visitors without actually being there. And the only other example I can think of where you can do this sort of thing is if you have a live chat on your website, one of those support agent apps basically where I go to a website and customer service rep greets me, which is usually, if it's a smaller website, that customer service rep is usually going to be the same person that runs the site and does everything else. Point being, you got to have someone who's there and he is, taking the time off from whatever he's doing to interact with those customers, or you can hire someone else to be that rep, which costs money. It's not like a one-time fee. You're going to have to pay them by the hour or whatever. So, yes, it takes time to create that video at first, but once you create it, you're done. And you're always going to have that video on your website asking those questions, which is going to take your customer to the products and services that they need based on their answers, as opposed to something that you assume they need, or the whole one-size-fits-all approach that is just not as effective. So this, common sense tells us that this is going to increase your conversion rates because you are able to target needs and interests more than if you create the one-size-fits-all video. Okay, now, with that said, what I want to do next is go on and create at least one more layer of question and answer videos. So if someone comes to this video, and I remember I'm not actually using this for my own business or any campaign or anything like that, this is just purely for demonstration, but if this was on a website and someone came over to the site and watched the video, I would ask them, the initial question, is your website getting more than 100 visitors per day? And if they said yes, then it basically would say, that's great, good for you, and we're done with you. But realistically, we would, if we really wanted to create this sort of video, we would offer something to our viewer no matter what path they took. We're going to illustrate that on the no path, okay? So I'm going to go offline here and create our next branch, if you will, our next question followed by the corresponding videos. Okay, so picking up from where we left off, I have 2 more videos created, and they're going to go under this video for the no answer. But first I have to ask the question. So I would rephrase it as, are you interested in learning how to boost traffic? So that would be my question. Then I'm going to add the answers / videos. In order to do that, I'm going to need to upload them real quick. So let me do that. Okay, here we are in the FTP. Then come over to miscellaneous. I believe that's where I put it. There they are. Okay, so I've got number, let's sort by file name. I've got, where are they? Okay, so I've got number 5, number 6. Those are relatively small files, so it's going to be a quick upload. No need to pause the video or anything like that. I'm going to get the file name now for the first one. And come back over here. We're going to import it. And once again, the thumbnail is automatically generated unless you have one that you would like to add. So I'm going to import that video. And then I'm going to, well, let's zoom out a little bit. There we go. And let's add our answers. Okay, so we have answer 1 for yes. And is that the one we wanted? Yeah, it's the most recent one here. So that's for yes. And then for no, want to grab this file name. And once again, we're going to import it. And it's going to show up at the top of the list, so drag it in here. And this will be the answer, or the video, I'm sorry, for no. Okay, so at this point, we can go ahead and preview the sequence again. I'm actually going to, well, let's save first of all. But I'm going to, wait a minute. There we go. I was trying to come up a bit. I'm actually going to leave it at this, okay? For demonstration purposes, I think this is enough. But let's go ahead and preview what we've done first so I can show you. I'm going to answer no to the first question so we can come down to answer 2. Or question, answer 2 video. And then we're going to come over to watch until question 2. And then we're going to watch through the yes answer, then we're going to do it again and watch the no answer. And that will be it. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to preview it. Welcome to Adam's Internet Marketing Services. My name is Adam, and I would like to ask you a few questions so I can help you reach your goals. First, I would like to know if your website is getting more than 100 unique visitors per day. What if I told you that I could take the current amount of traffic going to your website and generate 10 times as much traffic by next week? Is this something that might interest you? I've just discovered a way to generate more website traffic by leveraging your video embeds. It is based on the latest YouTube algorithm update, and I have not seen this offered anywhere else. Here's a preview of how it works.
Oh my goodness. Does that feel better?
Yes. Alright, I had to do that. Alright, let's go on and check out the sequence. If we were to say no, and you kind of get the idea of what's going on here. So welcome to Adam's fast forward through more than 100 unique visitors per day. And I'm going to say no. And then one more time I'm going to say no. There are tons of free traffic sources outside of Google that can boost your traffic, whether you are ranking or not. If you give me 2 minutes of your time, I can explain how to generate at least 300 new visits per day from 3 non-Google traffic sources. First of all, here is some proof that it works.
Ist sehr, sehr schnell unterwegs. Ungebremst fährt durchs Ziel. Und eine Schleuderkurve.
Alright, I guess you could say that's my way of making sure that everyone's still paying attention, and also making it a little more fun to watch. You know, since it is an informational video and you might be getting bored and who knows. But anyways, at this point, I think we can go ahead and wrap this one up. So assuming that I finished my video here, okay, let me just go through some of the other things. As you can see, there's not an overwhelming amount of options and settings here. We went through the zoom in and out feature. When your videos get big, you can simply do this, and it allows you to get a better visual on it depending on how big or small your presentation is, your video. It has the appearance similar, reminiscent of kind of like a mind map service. That's what it reminded me of when I first saw it. mind mapping tools and things like that. And down here, you can change the embed size of your video. This is, of course, the video player. Choose whether it's going to autoplay on your website, whether you want to center it, whether you want to hide the controls. I actually would want to do that. When you notice in the preview, it was showing the controls, and I actually found that to be a bit distracting personally. So I would tend to hide them. You can also change colors, your mobile video URL, and of course it automatically generates the embed code for you. Okay, and then there's tracking that you can add down here, and that's really about it. So that it's as simple as that. Very simple tool, but powerful. You know, hopefully as you were watching, you could start to think of the possibilities if you were to use this for your own business. That was kind of one of the things I was hoping for you that you would do as you were watching this video. If Video Agent X is something that you may be interested in for your own online business, I would like to remind you that I have a link to my review below this video, and over there you can get my exclusive bonuses or even choose your own custom bonuses when you purchase through my review page. That is an exclusive offer through my review page, not available anywhere else, so be sure to check that out. Again, it will go to my review, so you're going to see a review on Video Agent X, and then when you scroll down you will see the bonus offer. So that will be it for this Video Agent X demo series. I just want to thank you for watching and supporting my channel. If you liked the video, please give me a subscribe, and you'll get to see my other internet marketing product demos as they come out. Usually I do at least one per week. And so that is about it, and thank you again for coming by and watching this video.
You can't see it, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
You gotta feel it, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Ooh, it's shaking, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Jiggling Miss Savannah, she's a puppet like a chicka 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 chicka. She got the boogie. Now you can't hold it, it's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.